Hey guys, about to play round one with our black-white Magic Origins deck. We'll see how things go. I think our deck's actually pretty good. I think it's one of the better ones I've actually drafted in this format. Let's see if our play and can back that up. But we did not win the die roll, and I think we do have all of our high curve in this hand. I think we got a mulligan. I mean, we don't in this format. It's really dangerous to not do anything until turn 5. Chances are good we draw a 2-drop, but I think it's safest to mulligan. And this is better. We don't have white yet, of course, but we do have a turn 3 drop and our big bomb who can help us later. Although he's not as good against burst, and they can just disperse the creature token away, but he's still good, and hopefully we can play him as quickly as possible. Okay, we got a Reef Soul too, so that's good. Another early play for us. Blow up a Jessian Thief or something like that if we need to. Well, it looks like our opponent's a little mana screwed, and we're not that much better off since we keep drawing white cards. But I guess we're a little better off, especially because we can Reef Soul once he is able to play something. There's his third mana, and he was also not being able to get his white. Hey, it's exactly the card I suggested we might Jessian Thief. I mean, Reef Soul. It is a Jessian Thief. We're still struggling with the mana, though, but we'll go ahead and Reef Soul. That thing's a real problem. We don't want him getting card advantage, and it's hard to block. Our Deadbridge Assassin can't even necessarily, kill it and get a 2-for-1, because if he has a card that activates its prowess, then we're in trouble. We really need to get white here and play out Topin Freeblade. And then we can put Grasp of the Hieromancer on something once our opponent's tapped out and really get some damage in there, but we really need to get the white. Ooh. Well, that's going to block for a while, so we definitely want to be able to get Grasp of the Hieromancer out there. All right, Rogue's Passage. Doesn't do us any good now, but one more land and we can play our Priest, so that's pretty sweet. We can also start making our Deadbridge dude unblockable at one point or another. He does have both his colors now. I'm a little jealous. And there's a Stalwart even. Boy, we're really struggling in the mana department in this game, aren't we? All right, we're gonna pass. We can't do anything. We don't have white or the 5th land to play our Priest. I think this was definitely a hand to keep. I mean, we did have white cards we couldn't play, but we're bound to draw them eventually. Draw mana for them eventually. Ooh, Thunderclap Wyvern. Yeah, that hurts. Maybe we're not bound to. We're having very bad luck here in game 1. There's no point in swinging. I forget this Guardians of Meletis is down there locking down the ground. So we're going to take 5 in the air this turn, which is definitely not where we want to be, what we want to be doing. If we can just go land, we're going to get back in this game, but that's what we need to happen. And if it doesn't, we're going to be dead real soon. Let's see. Well, that can get us mana, but I think it's going to be too late. We're going to take a bunch in the air again. We can at least block the Watercourser, and maybe if we top deck a land, that then means we can play our Sentinel. But if he has Disperse or something like that, we're just toast. And actually, I probably play the Priest first. Oh, Stratus Walk. Well, we can't block that anymore. Man, our hand is so good. It would have been very good if we drew white early, but we're going to take 8 this turn. I think I have to play the Priest so I can get the Demon in the air. The Priest is going to kill us in a couple turns, though, so that's not great. And there's nothing for him to block or trade with on the ground. And actually, he'll kill us in less than a couple turns. If our opponent just swings with everything, yeah, variance was not our friend here. That's for sure. If we top deck Languish, things will be nice for us. That's the only thing we can get that'll save us. We're going to get a Plains here, if you didn't guess that. We've got a top deck Languish, and we'll get a Plains. Yeah, let's get that Languish. Not Languish. Do you have any way we can win here? I don't think so. We can Unholy Hunger something, but we're not going to gain the 2 life. So we kill this. We still take enough in the air to kill us, and we can play our Priest, but we still take enough in the air to kill us. I think it's better to just concede, not show them our Priest, our Unholy Hunger, or Sentinel of the Eternal Watch. Just concede the game. Variance just really hurt us there. If we'd drawn white early, we would have been in great shape, but we just couldn't draw it until it was far too late. This format really punishes slow starts, and we got one of those. We did see a Stratus Walk. Is that enough for me to want to bring in Enlightened Monk or whatever this thing's called? I don't think so. Enlightened Ascetic. Yeah, I think we just leave things the same. Things were rough there, but I mean, our curve is how it should be. We just didn't get the white we really wanted. Maybe I should have run more planes in the deck. But I think it was mostly just bad luck and variance that hurt us there. So let's hope for something better. Top decking that Languish would have been so beautiful. We really would have gotten back in the game then because we had Sentinel with the Eternal Watch in our hand, and it would have just gone out there and made his life really difficult. Hopefully this time around. Okay, well, we have both colors in our opening hand. That's an improvement. We have a Reeve Soul, and we have an Eyeblight Assassin. So we have early plays. Imprint Tactician could come out pretty soon, too. So yeah, this is what we go with. We keep this. It's a better keep than our last one, which had 3 swamps. Look at that white early, which had 3 swamps and a bunch of white cards and a couple black cards. We really only need to draw the 1 plains, though, in that last game to get things going, and we just couldn't do it, though. Ooh, Hangerback Walker. That's gross. We're going to Eyeblight Assassin it. He does get a Thopter out of it, but we don't lose the value we would if we use like a real removal spell on it, since we have a creature in play. And, we got double white now, so Imprint Tactician can come out next turn unless we see something we want to Reeve Soul. Take 1 in the air. Okay, Scrap Skindrake doesn't actually concern me a whole lot. I think we just go with our Tactician, and we're at 5 mana now. We're 1 away from the Sentinel. That's great. So yeah, we'll play our Tactician. Pump up the Eyeblight Assassin and get in for 3. And we take 3 in the air next turn, which will drop us to 16. But we'll be at Unholy Hunger mana, and we'll have Reeve Soul. So chances are we can swing for 5 right back at them, especially because this can't block anything but flyers. I may Reeve Soul the Scrap Skindrake this next turn, just because I don't have anything else to do on the turn, and it will do damage to me over the course of the game that I don't want to be taking. But the Charging Griffin's more of a problem, actually, and it also lets us get in for more damage this turn. There's our Languish, so we can sort of play around that now. I think for now we just play out our game plan. We play the Languish if we get behind on the board. If we don't, then we don't play it. So I think we go Reeve Soul on the Charging Griffin, and then crack in for 5. We play our Sentinel no matter what anyway, so our plan didn't really change. Like, the Sentinel survives Languish anyway. So there's that. I'm definitely less inclined to play Unholy Hunger when I have Languish in my hand, because I can get such a good deal on the damage that I do. Not on the damage that I do. On the removal spell, yeah, I don't want to be too reckless. Okay, well, that Claustrophobia is definitely annoying. Okay. What do I do here? That's the question. I don't really want to play my Bloodcurse Knight. Feel like I'm going to have to play Languish pretty soon. I'm just going to swing in with our Eyeblight Assassin. Let him play whatever he plays, and then probably just drop Languish, especially if he empties his hand. And then we can play out our Bloodcurse Knight afterwards. If we don't have the mana yet for our Sentinel, that's what we'll do. That will also turn on Unholy Hunger's Spell Mastery, which will gain us some life later, and that's not irrelevant at all. So we'll take the 4 here and go to 9. See if we can get him to empty his hand. We didn't play Languish in the first game, so he doesn't know we have it. So it'd be nice. Oh, it doesn't look like he's going to. He may just be playing around it out of concern of, just the card in general. If we could just hit the freaking mana for our Sentinel, that's what we would play. I think I can afford to get hit one more time before I drop Languish on him. Try to drop Languish on him. And maybe what I do here is sort of bluff him and play my Bloodcurse Knight, make him think that may be the thing to do here. Let's do that. It would be nice to have him to back it up, but if I start putting things on the board, he's going to feel more like he's not in danger. And if he doesn't deal with this dude, he's going to get massive. I mean, he already is going to get big, unless he loses removal spell right now. And he'll be able to gain me life and stuff. So I think that's the thing to do here. I mean, it does make us lose more permanence when we drop our Languish, but it's not the end of the world. That's another Claustrophobia. Yeah, we're just... Yeah, well, with that, we're definitely just dropping Languish this turn. Saves our Knight from our Languish. I don't really want to draw the Knight right now, but yeah, we'll take the 4 in the air. Hopefully he doesn't have like calculated dismissal or a counterspell waiting for our Languish. But it's what we have to do now anyway, so it's what we're going to... Well, first I'm going to swing for 2. Get him down to 6. Please don't have a counterspell. If he does, we lose. If he doesn't, we're going to be in pretty good shape. No! Oh no, he's just drawing cards. Whew. I mean, that's still bad, but it's not the end of the world. I was really concerned there. We do have Unholy Hunger to back it up. It's going to gain us 2 life. He did just draw 2 cards, though, which is pretty frustrating. I really just want to draw my 6th land, and, well, now I may just Unholy Hunger that, like, no matter what, since I can get a good 2-for-1. Although he drew a card, so. Gaining the 2 life is pretty big, though. And we got our 6th land. If he has Disperse in his hand, are we dead? I think we are pretty much dead if he has Disperse in his hand. So I'm a little less inclined to run our Sentinel out there because of Disperse. Yeah, he can swing for 4. So we'll be at 1 life, and we can gain 2 back, so maybe it's worth that. I mean, I can Unholy Hunger this and gain 2 and go up to 7 and not take any next turn. Or I can play the Sentinel and go to 1. I think it's just safer to play the Unholy Hunger, though. I think we just pass. He knows we have the Bloodcurse Knight in our hands, so he's probably wondering what we're doing, but... Yeah, this has been tough. Even with the Languish, it's going to be hard to get out of our problems here. So we drop Unholy Hunger on it. Hopefully that doesn't get countered either. It doesn't, and we go up to 7. Okay, those flyers are definitely annoying, but... Okay, he also played a Maritime Guard. I think now that's 3 damage. I think it's worth the risk to just go Sentinel of the Eternal Watch. Hope he doesn't have Disperse, and end our turn. If he goes to combat, I'll tap down the Aspiring Aeronaut. I mean, he'll go to combat. If he goes to combat without bouncing our Sentinel, I'll tap down the Aspiring Aeronaut. Alright. So we'll tap this. Yeah, Sentinel of the Eternal Watch is a beating for sure. We can also just make it unblockable and win that way, but we may not need to. Okay, double Topen Freeblade's pretty great. We swing for 4. And then I play Bloodcurse Knight because it can actually trade with the Maritime thingy, and I'll play out Topen Freeblade. So it's all going to come down to this turn. If our opponent can get rid of enough of our creatures, but even if we just keep 1, we can Rogue's Passage and swing for victory. Yeah, we won that one. I think what I did with the Unholy Hunger was the smart thing. It turned out he didn't have Disperse at all, but it was just less risky, and it worked out for us. So I'm happy about that. All right, so game 2 was ours. Languish played and Sentinel of the Eternal Watch played major roles, which is what you expect them to do if they're played. And I think we just run this back out there. Auramancer's maybe. No, I don't think so. I don't think we want anything. I think we just run this back out there as is. Even Battle Priest could maybe be argued for since it can fly, but we have a few flyers of our own. They just haven't really shown up yet, and he's definitely the flyers deck, but we do in fact have flyers, and this is a pretty good hand. We've got a 2-drop and a 3-drop, which hasn't really happened a whole lot for us so far. And we have Grasp of the Hieromancer to try to get through a bunch of damage early. So we're going to lead with the Topen Freeblade, who can just, well, there's that. So we'll be able to get whatever we want at some point in this game, which is pretty great. We'll play the Topen Freeblade. And we already have the mana in hand to play Dark Petition, so it'll depend on the board state whether we get like Languish or our Priest or our Sentinel. But Languish is probably usually going to be one of the better picks with that, one of the better things to grab. He has that Foundry, which is really annoying, and inclines me a little more to play get Languish later. All right, we got a Celestial Flare now too. So our guy gets Renown. I think I just play out the Eyeblight Assassin and keep the damage on the table. And then next turn, especially if he's tapped out, we can drop the Grasp of the Hieromancer on the Topen Freeblade or on the Eyeblight Assassin and go to town. Wonder if he has his Thunderclap Wyvern. Seems likely, since he played his land pre-combat. No, he does not. Or at least he didn't want to play it now. He may try to play it in as a blocker, which is a good idea. But I can't block our Freeblade. It's only a 2/3. We just got another removal spell as well. We can also Celestial Flare it, which is probably what I will do. There's no reason to play Grasp right now since he didn't play blocker. And I don't want to show him I have Rogue's Passage yet, because then he can start calculating that in his game plan, and if we don't have to do that, I don't want to do it. So if he plays the, the Thunderclap Wyvern, there it is, we will Celestial Flare it. Yep, we will go Celestial Flare. He has to sacrifice it. And he goes down to 15. And we took away, a really powerful card in his deck, so that's pretty nice. And I will end my turn. So next turn we'll have Cruel Revival mana up. You can also play the Grasp. Like if he's tapped out and plays a blocker, we'll play the Grasp and just hit him for 6. This can't actually kill a Scrapskin Drake, incidentally, so hopefully he doesn't slap a bunch of auras on it or something. If he did, we'd be pretty upset about our lot in life. I think we got to kill that and just, although we can, yeah, I think it's better to kill it than use Grasp here, because killing it, it also turns on this thing's Spell Mastery, which isn't super relevant, but it could be. Like if we're on 6 mana, we can go Dark Petition, Languish in the same turn with the help of Dark Petition. I of spell mastery, I mean. Yeah, I think we just kill that thing and swing for 5 because it's too much of a problem. You know, it helps him draw cards, it's hard to block, etc. Even for our Topin Freeblade, it can be a nuisance to block. You can't trade with it most of the time, it's just for 5 too, so. And our backup plan of Dark Petition into Languish, we need, no, yeah, it'll be set up next turn if we want to do that, so we're in pretty good shape because we'll have 6 mana. So we'll be where we want to be. All right, now we want to play Grasp of the Hieromancer. Now is the time to play it. Still not going to play Rogue's Passage. I can play it to make a guy unblockable, much to his shock later, and that's pretty important. I'm going to put the Grasp on our Eyeblight Assassin just so we don't have like all our eggs in one basket, as it were. So we can just bash in for 6 here. Take him to 4, and then we have, I mean, one thing we could have done, I guess, is put it here so we have 4 unblockable damage, but that's not that great. I mean, it would be nice. Okay, Swift Reckoning does hurt us a bit. But now we can play Rogue's Passage and swing next turn. Interesting. I guess he really wants to draw the card. That's fine with me. Maybe we just top deck. Oh no, we only have one of those in here now, the Hieromancer thing. All right, so we're going to play Rogue's Passage now. Like I said, it was a good idea to wait. Like, say he has Disperse in his hand. He wasn't worrying about dispersing this thing because he can just kill it, block it with the Guardians, but now he can't. So we're going to make him unblockable and take him to 1. Languish also will not kill that giant blocker of his, but if we get far enough behind here one way or another, we can Dark Petition into Languish. Like, say he kills our Topin Freeblade right now and plays 2 dudes, or cracks his Foundry, and we have no way of getting through with our Topin Freeblade, then that's what we would want to do. It does look like we need to wait another turn. It looks like he might be cracking that. No, Anchor to the Ether. All right. Well, that is frustrating. And maybe we go and search for Languish now. He's got 1 card in his hand. We're at 10. Taking 3 here can be pretty big. And then we can follow it up with our Topin Freeblade. And he's at 1 life, you know, so I think that's what we do here. Let me make sure I have Spell Mastery. Cruel Revival and Celestial Flare. Yes, we've got Spell Mastery, so yeah, we'll have the mana to Languish and then play our Topin Freeblade if I'm... Yes, we will. So we're going to go... This thing will survive, but we can make him unblockable, so it's not a huge deal. So we're going to go Dark Petition. Whoa. I was really worried it like picked a random card for me or something. And we'll get Languish. We've got the 3 black mana, and then we tap 1 more black and we say Languish. And then we go Topin Freeblade. So even if now he manages to, I mean, he can crack this, which is a problem, but if we just need to get in for 2 unblockable damage, hope he doesn't have more removal. He does, though, so that's bad news. We really need to draw into some more stuff. He can't crack his Foundry yet. Okay, we did it. Although this can't... Well, no, yeah, it can. I can kill him in 1 hit because he's at 1 life. I was thinking it was at 2 for some reason. Can also block these things if that becomes what we need to be doing. Yep, we got it. That was a close one, though. We did Languish him in game 2 and 3, so it's hard to come back for that for our opponent. And we won round 1. We head on to round 2, hoping to continue to be 2-0. And thanks for watching, and don't forget